This is a manufacturing engineering process or construction on creating a non-conforming material request, or an NMR for short. Today, we're going to be creating an NMR to add an additional part that's not listed in the bill of material for an IQ option to support a reconfiguration request. Alright, here is the HQMS home screen. What we're going to do, well, I have this saved under my modules, but let's go back over here to modules on the left side, and quality management modules, material nonconformance, and new record. Okay, and that gets us to the new material nonconformance record. Alright, we'll start at the top, work left to right and top to bottom. First field is always NMR. Your subject is going to be a particular naming standard. It will always begin with NMR and then the whatever the 7-digit NMR number is that comes up. I always just put underscores until we learn the NMR number. Then a colon, space, and then we're going to put in here the model number, and then details about, or brief details about what we're wanting to do, or what the nonconformance is. So in this case, we've got an XP375 WJD-FX-Tier 3. Then we're going to do a comma and add 45-degree swivel elbow for IQ option reconfig. Okay, now we're going to come down here to the responsible party, which is by default Kearns, K-E-R-N-S, comma, and Richard. Of course, that's subject to change. That's just who it is right now. Tab over. The date due, you'll want to choose as the next business day, which in this case is the 10th. Then, going down into the inspection information, I should say that the fields that have the red asterisk here are the required fields, but any information you have, the more information the better, so that anybody that needs to come in here and approve or concur with this request has the information they need without having to go find you or find somebody else to clarify what's going on. I just noticed that's okay. So here under assembly line, this would have been a medium compressor family. We can just go with the broad family of Zenith. Model will be the number that I referred to earlier, XP375 WJD. Now, we were lucky this time that it was actually in there, but let me show you how to do this if it was not in there yet. We'll click on this button here for Add Keywords. You'll get a keyword maintenance dialog box here. You'll click the Add button, and you'll type in the new model that's required. And actually, I'll go ahead and add a new one that adds the FX and Tier 3 on the end of it. So XP375 WJD-FX-Tier 3. And then click Add. And there it is. Okay. Oh, sorry. Wrong box. XP375 WJD-FX Tier 3. Okay. And that's the only parts that I'm going to fill in for the inspection information. Then down here in failed part number, this would be if you have a part that does not meet a specification or a drawing print. if you need to reference a particular part number that you're requesting to use, even though it does not meet the specification. In this case, we're actually adding a part to the bill of material that's not on it, so there's nothing to put in there. But we do have the NMR type. We're going to say this is, well, it's related to a reconfig, so let's choose that. Okay, then in the non-conformance description, this is kind of like our problem statement. What brought this on, the need to create a non-conforming material request. So here we have, we'll put in the details of the reconfig. And the problem was the reconfig requested adding the IQ option to units that were previously in stock and routing the second stage filter hose to the check valve. The hose makes contact with the low temperature bypass valve drain hose. Okay, so that's the problem. We're not looking to put in details about what we want to do about correcting the problem yet. This is just describing why we're doing an NMR. Okay, then the requested solution will be down here in the MRB area, which is not visible yet because we need to check this MRB required box first. Then you'll see save record to continue. You have to save before the MRB information will come up. So we'll click that. Then now we have our NMR number. So we'll have to go back up here and click edit to open the fields for editing. So let's 001201. So we'll go ahead and fill that in where we had our underscores earlier. 001201, which is actually a 6-digit number. My apologies. Then we have the MRB box that we can expand here. And in the disposition instructions is where we're going to put our proposed solution for the problem. So let's just copy this information up here, because that'll be useful to have in there twice. We're going to add a 45-degree swivel elbow, part number 353267172, to the IQ option for these two units, and we want to adjust inventory manually. So that'll go to the inventory analyst so that they can adjust their own hand counts. And that is it. That'll be all the information they need to properly process this NMR. So now we click save. That's all of our information there. That will automatically send an email to yourself and to Rick Kearns or whoever is on the responsible field. If you want to email this to other people, you have that option over here somewhere. Up the top, sorry. Send email. Print. Lots of times you need to print this out to go into the paperwork with the machine going down the line. In this case, this is a machine that was already in stock, so we won't do that. We're just going to send an email to the person working on the NMR. So we click send email, or the person working on the reconfig, which is barry.anderson@tucson.com. Okay, and that's it. It's got the the details of the NMR, which is copied from the subject field that we put in. That's IQ option. And that'll send them a link to the NMR so they can use for whatever they need to. Click send, and that's it. That concludes creating an NMR.